Good morning, everybody. Today I am in Pineville this morning. We're going to fly back down to Hammond. I've already got the engine running so I can have the air conditioner on. It's hot here in central Louisiana. It's going to be hot down in south Louisiana too, so air conditioning's always nice. Flight plan today for about 130 true. We're going to go home at 7,500. We're in Pineville. I did my pre-start checklist. We had to do a hot start because I've already flown up here this morning. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure our flaps are up, our avionics are on, our Aspen is on, and we're going to hit a button to accept. Okay. We are going to set. There is no ATIS at this field. The altimeter, I have it set to nearby Alexandria. And then I'm on my brakes, so those are tests. We'll test those when we start rolling. And then, of course, autopilot is off. Of course, what we'll do is I'll do an autopilot test up here, and we'll keep going. All right. So let's make the radio call, and let's taxi down to runway 18. Pineville traffic. Cherokee. Taxi to runway 18 for a southeast departure, correction. Okay. That's just the Pineville traffic zone. All right. Get up here and I'll adjust my hat. All right. Off we go. Heels on the floor. Let's not burn our brakes out. Alright, up here in Pineville we have a 3,000-foot runway. So we should have plenty to get in the air. Alright. Alright. Double checking that. Alright, C-18. Alright, there's the whole short line. A nice angled one too, because if someone does come up behind me here in a few minutes, I don't have to worry about a bunch of prop wash for them. Okay, so here we go. Take my hat off as well. Alright, let's see. Engine start. Run up. We're on brakes. Proper tank. Let's go to left main. Trim is for takeoff. And it was there close. Controls. We are free that side. Free that side. And that is correct. I can see the elevator back there, so it all agrees. Even though I flew it this morning, want to do that a second time. Okay. Annunciator. We're good. Propeller, we're at full RPM. Fuel pump is on. Best power for mixture and 2,000 RPM. Here's 2,000. Let's try left mag. Good drop. Back to both. Right mag. Good drop. Back to both. Okay, we're going to cycle a propeller. We get an RPM drop and an oil pressure drop. One more time just to double check. We got it, and no oil on the windshield. Engine instruments are all in the green. And then we're going to go idle. Fuel pump off. Alright. Cool, we got a good idle. So back up to 1,000 RPM. Now, pre-flight takeoff. Our instruments were set. Transponder is set to 1200. Master and alternator are on. Flaps are at 10. Magnetos are on both. AC system is off. I'll turn that off in just a second. Doors closed and locked. Yep, that one's locked right there too. Always double check. You can't pull over in the air. Fuel pump on. Mixture is best power. Landing light is on. Okay. Takeoff. Alright, so then we'll just do a takeoff. So set that aside. We're going to turn the air conditioner off. Alright, then we're going to go direct to Hammond. HC. There it is. On the way home. No traffic. Departing runway 18 to the southeast. Alright. Struggled on that one a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do, at 3,000 feet, I'm going to line up. Clear on final. No one making radio calls, or I'll see someone coming the other end. I do see 18. Someone line up. We'll do full power, and then off we'll go. There's 18. Alright, cool. Full power. Instruments in the green. Across the board. Here we go. More right rudder. High performance aircraft. Airspeed is alive. There's 55. There's rotate. And in the air we are. Positive brake. If we'd have gear, we'd have gear up. We don't have gear. That's a pretty view. Nice and green up here. Sorry for those of you looking over the nose. This Cherokee 6 has a long nose. There's 700, so let's make our turn towards Hammond. GPS. Okay, there's 1,000 feet, so we'll nose over, get a little bit more speed and cooling over those engines. Alright, we're at 1,000 feet. Let's do our climb checklist. Alright. We're going to climb at 24 squared. So I'm going to pull manifold pressure to 24. I'm going to pull RPM to 24. Because we're at 1,000 feet, we're climbing. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Jeff. This is going to be one of my first videos, hopefully with audio. I think I finally got the problem solved. I love flying. In fact, the reason we were up early this morning is because my son and his friend were going to a camp up near Pineville, and it's about a 4-hour drive from home. So that's, anyway, it's about a 4-hour drive from the house. And for this flight this morning was about 1 hour and 20 minutes. So it really knocks it down, being able to fly across the woods. on 3,000. Engine instruments are still in the green. 2,400. About 2,400, so we're 2,400 squared. My experiment didn't work this morning. I crushed this at altitude, hoping it would blow up a little. We got on the ground and didn't blow up, so the kids didn't get to see what that looks like. Hopefully, this flight today with Samuel's friend, which is my child, Samuel's mine, maybe get another person into aviation. It is a fantastic everything. I mean, whether it's a hobby, whether it's a career, it's fun. I have a blast. So we'll go ahead, just going. I don't know how I'm going to stabilize this front view, so I'm going to have to. This is probably going to have to be edited a little bit. Gonna have to get me a different clamp for when I'm recording. So you guys don't end up with garbage views the whole time. Let me try over here. I don't know if that's going to help at all. Now, our AC is powered by our alternator battery. So we do want to make sure that we're watching our amps overall. But of course, as we get up higher and the air gets cooler, I won't need the AC as much, if at all, really. And we're crossing 4,000, and outside is 25C. So if we get up to about 7,500 for this ride home, I think we'll be okay. A little cloudy today, but we'll be above them. We don't need a file, which would be cool. Could have, if we wanted to, but sometimes it's nice just to enjoy the view and not have to chitter chatter the whole time. Alright, so yes, as we've climbed, our hottest cylinder is now at 368. I'm in a cruise climb at 24 squared. When we get up to 7,500, I'm going to cruise at 2,300 RPM. Save a little fuel. And there we go. Got my timer going over here and over here, so I know when to switch tanks. Because in a lot of the Pipers, I can't say every one because I've never been in every one, but in a lot of the Pipers we have to switch our tanks. It's not like your Cessnas where you can put on both and just leave it. So keep it nice and keep track of everything, keep a nice timer going, checking all of our instruments. Make sure save some fuel. If you watch and you're so inclined to comment what type of aircraft you fly, or what your favorite aircraft is at this stage of your piloting life. Mine right now is this one, because most of my flying has been in either a Warrior or a 172. I do enjoy both of them. The Warrior probably a little bit more, but jumping up into a high performance is definitely worth it. The extra speed, and of course this is fixed gear, so we're not as fast as if we had retracts, but it is about 30% faster than the Warrior. So it does get us around pretty good. And this particular plane, with the air conditioner in the back and everything else, we have about a 1,300 pound useful load. Right. Up on 5,300, 2,000. go. I have the autopilot holding my track. It shows we're going to be in Hammond in about an hour. I don't think my GoPro batteries will last that long, so I am going to have to turn it off here in a minute. And this could be one of my cues to turn it off or for editing. That is probably going to go off here in a moment. So because my audio is non-stop recording. It is always recording. That's just the easier way to do it. When I get home, I'll see how it works. And if it works, I will share my experience on my page. Because to be fair, it has taken a couple of trial and errors to get my audio to work if it's working now. First, I had a little video recorder with a 3.5 because I have the in-flight inline mic. But I got the outlet with a 3.5 millimeter jack, and came to find out that the recorder I had didn't work. So then I tried to use the USB-C adapter for the iPhone. That didn't work. Tried to use a USB-C adapter to a GoPro. That didn't work. So some of my videos, the reason they have music and not me talking is that. I could not get the audio to work. But now, let's see if this works. If it does, in a later video, I'll share what it was, how it was, and what else is going on. Well, we're up at 7,500. Our tailwind must be picking up because we just shaved off about 2 minutes of our ETE. We're 80 miles out from Hammond. Nice smooth flight this morning. My front-facing camera may have enough of an angle to see that there's some buildups to our south. I will tell you, there is not much that can beat this Cherokee 6 as far as useful load. The reason I'll say that is I was in a Warrior, and my son had a girlfriend out of town, and he's almost 17. I'm a bigger guy. You guys can probably tell by the angle. There's no hiding it. But by the time I carried my wife, my son, and myself, I needed to give up about 4 gallons of fuel. Well, that's not a lot when you got 48 gallons, and the flight was really only about, we'll call it an hour and 15 minutes each way. So again, we had plenty of fuel. But then my other son, if we add him, now we got to give up another 12, 13 gallons. And then by the time you add baggage to go anywhere with your family, well, you know, fuel is weight, baggage costs fuel. You really couldn't stay in the air very long in a Warrior. And if we actually want to go somewhere for a long weekend, we probably really couldn't even go in a Warrior because of the baggage and the weight. This plane, however, having a 1,300-pound useful load, I can still fly easily for 3 hours, carry everybody in the family, carry, their baggage, their carry-ons. And we're still a little weight restricted, but not much, and still have 3 hours of flying. Because 3 hours of flying in this plane without reserve is about 48 gallons. If you're burning the 16 gallons an hour. Again, I said I do a margin, so I'm at 14 and a half right now. I'll round up to 16. So 16, 32, 48 gallons. The mains are 50. So the tips are 17 each. That's where we get our 84 gallons. So even with another half hour reserve, that'd be 56 gallons if my math is mathing. So again, that gives us plenty of margin. So this is a great aircraft. I know they have the Lance. I know they have the Saratoga. Of course, the Saratoga does have a fixed gear version. And right now, we're actually cruising a little slower because we had some work done on this airplane, and we're missing the wheel pants. A buddy of mine who was flying it with the wheel pants on said it was about a 10 knots faster in the true when the wheel pants are on. In full disclosure, you may hear me on the audio, I may block out the tail number. The reason I may block out the tail number, and I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll explain it right now anyway. If I'm blocking out the tail number, the reason for that is this is a flying club. I'm a part of a flying club. So this is a much more efficient, inexpensive way to fly. It's still not cheap, but it is more inexpensive than, say, renting an aircraft. So if you have a flying club in your area, I would strongly suggest looking into it. Now, a lot of times they'll have a buy-in and a monthly, and then you still pay an hourly. But in the case of this club, we bill based on our tack time. We don't have a Hobbs in this aircraft. And because we don't have a Hobbs in this aircraft, we're billing tack. Tack is usually lower. Remember your flight school when you're filling out that book. That tack is always lower than that Hobbs. Because the Hobbs is minute for minute when it's running, but the tack is billed on a percentage of the full power RPM, which in this case is about 2,400. So even at 2,200, I'm also saving fuel, I'm also saving a little time on the tack. But I say all that because I may block out the tail number because I know people like to track it. I don't mind that, but we may have someone in the club that does.
Hammond Tower, Cirrus 824 Charlie Delta on the left downwind, runway 13.
Cirrus 824 Charlie Delta, Hammond Tower, runway 13, clear for the option. Wind calm, you're number 2 following a Cherokee, 1 mile final.
824 Charlie Delta, number 2, Cherokee in sight. Touch and go.
That's the second time I floated this thing today.
Keep speed up all the way to the end, left on Charlie.
All the way to the end, speed up, left on Charlie.